Alright, this is an SMC Park Avenue III ceiling fan, an antique brass finish that I got from the Habitat Restore, otherwise known as the DC42. Features an integrated 3 light kit, which is a nice feature. Has tulip shades, but these are not original. The original ones were either cracked, deformed, or yellowed. So I used some that I also got from Habitat. It has reversible cane wicker, 2 plain oak blades. I'm using the cane side though, because I think this cane is quite unique. It's not just a cheap generic looking cane. It's actually really tightly woven, which is an unusual feature. And I'm going to demonstrate the fan for you now. Start with the light. It's quite bright because it uses 3 6-watt equivalent energy saving bulbs. Actually, I put those in. It actually says 60 watts maximum on each socket, so I'm not exceeding the limits or anything. Anyway, turn the light off. I'm going to turn the fan on now. But first, I may mention that put a little piece of white tape to indicate RPM. So I'll start with high. It's a little noisy. It hums somewhat, but nonetheless, it's an extremely powerful fan. I say it's probably going around maybe 125 RPMs. Really fast little fan. Maybe even 130, you know, who am I kidding? Anyway, go speed lower to medium. I'd say medium is probably going to go, slow it down here, probably going to go around maybe 115 RPMs. Just for anyone who's wondering, here's a top shot. Might notice that the blades are not quite in perfect alignment. Also has some bearing issues, as most SMCs do. Now for low, it can probably be observed best with the light on to increase the frame rate here. That's a helpful tip that I got from a YouTube user. You know who you are. Anyway, slow everything down here. I'm going to talk about some general info on the fan and also my opinion, not to mention pros and cons. I believe it belonged to a smoker because it had a scent of cigarette smoke. And the sad part is it was replaced with a Canarm Zephyr, which is a total imitation of a Casablanca Zephyr. Doesn't even look alike. It's a hugger fan with the Spirit of Saturn lines on the blades. Like the blades are white, has 2 kind of goldish lines, and the reversible is just plain. It's a really sad replacement. I mean, at least replace it with something that looks better. But it actually looked even cheaper than this. I mean, if they didn't like the cane on it, they could always flip that over to plain oak. And if they didn't like the globes that originally were on it, because they're cracked or something, you can always just buy new ones from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever is close, you know? So it's really sad, honestly. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about pros and cons. I love the cane. It's a very unique looking cane, especially with that little accent right there. There we go. Interesting looking brackets. Can't say I like them, but they're not bad. It has a nice detachable switch housing, which makes servicing easy. I had to actually make a repair to the reverse pull chain. Because in Canada, a lot of these 90s fans and 80s fans use these reverse pull chains. You can see it works now. Anyway, cons. Fan does wobble a little bit, plus it's not the most stable because for some reason it doesn't want to seem to tighten. Also, it's kind of a weird installation. It's confusing and kind of annoying to install. I'd have to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Other than a few little petty things like belong to a smoker, kind of bad bearings, and just a few other minor issues, I love the fan. I also love the fact that it's antique brass because it's one of my favorite colors for light fixtures. So if you do find any ceiling fans or light fixtures or even lamps that have any kind of antique brass on them, do save them, because antique brass is not too common, especially with the new brushed nickel and everything, which I don't mind. I like brushed nickel and oil over bronze and stuff, but stuff like this you just don't find anymore. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Lots more awesome stuff to come.